My name is Lisa Kuntz-Samanuk. I am the Chinook School Division Industry Education Program Facilitator. On behalf of the Regina Industry Education Council, we are pleased to be able to have Jackie Mertin and Eddie Gergely here today to share their experiences with us. In today's presentation, you will learn more about the role of financial consultants in helping with investments, retirement planning, home ownership, estate planning, tax planning, insurance, cash management, and business ownership. Jackie and Eddie will share their experiences in advising others, helping to improve well-being and making decisions that will help for today and tomorrow, allowing them to embrace all life's Take a moment following this presentation to complete the brief student survey and be entered into a draw for $50. Your feedback is important in helping us to arrange future spotlights. We will also have some time at the end of the session today for you to ask questions, or you may contact Jackie or Eddie directly. Thank you. For those of us who are just joining, we are pleased to have Jackie and Eddie here with us today. Jackie is from Leader, Saskatchewan, where she owns and operates her business, IG Wealth Management. Jackie started working in the financial industry after completing a business administration diploma from Medicine Hat College. She began her career working in the banking industry for 18 years, spent the last 14 years with IG Wealth Management, offering holistic financial planning. Jackie's career as a financial consultant has given her the opportunity to be a business owner with flexible work schedules and the opportunity to meet people that have become lifelong friends. Eddie works with Jackie at IG Wealth Management in Leader, Saskatchewan. He is originally from Richmond. Eddie graduated from Medicine Hat College as well with a business management diploma and the University of Athabasca with a Bachelor of Management degree. In 2020, Eddie moved to Cabri, Saskatchewan, where he started his new career as a financial consultant after working in oil and gas for 12 years as a process operator. Please join me in welcoming Jackie and Eddie here with us today. Take it away, you two.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Thanks, Lisa and Kevin and RDIC for inviting us to take part in this virtual career spotlight. As you said, Lisa, my name's Eddie, and this is my colleague, Jackie Mertin, and we're excited to talk with you about our careers and our career path that brought us to the chairs that we are currently in as financial planners. Hopefully, after our presentation, we will have piqued your interest in considering a career in finance. So a little bit about me. It'll be a little bit doubling up on what Lisa already introduced, but my title is Associate Consultant, and Jackie hired me on to be her associate about 2.5 years ago. Our titles as financial consultants can be used interchangeably with a couple of other industry terms that you guys are probably familiar with, and they are financial advisor or financial planner. I work out of the office that we are currently in today, and we are in Leader, Saskatchewan, and I commute to Leader to work 4 days a week. 1 day a week, I work out of our satellite office in Cabri, Saskatchewan, and that's where my family and I live. And it's about 90 kilometers down the highway between Leader and Swift Current. The population of Leader is about 900 people, and Cabri is a little shy of 400. So we operate our business in rural farming communities, and that really suits us and our families well. Jackie grew up here in Leader, and as you said, Lisa, I'm from a little town called Richmond. And we really want to let students know that you can have a job in the financial field and still work in the same great communities that you grew up in. A little bit more on my education path is, I guess my path to being a financial advisor could be described as interesting. I'd be lying if I said it was a clear path. I graduated from high school back in 2005, and I really didn't know what I wanted to do for a career. I grew up on a farm, but the agricultural economy wasn't real strong back then. So I was encouraged to go to school and get a degree or a diploma of some sort. I had some friends from Bristol and Leader, which are towns that are close to us, and they were planning to go to the Medicine Hat College. So I said, well, that sounds like it would be fun. So I joined them. They were taking business, and they were actually going to go into accounting. And I wasn't real passionate about accounting, but the business management major sounded intriguing to me. I like the idea of being an entrepreneur one day and running my own business. So actually, in between getting my diploma and my degree, I took a job as a gas field operator and moved back to my hometown. And I did that for about 3 years. And after 3 years of operating, my mom convinced me that it's probably a good idea to go back to Medicine Hat and finish my education. So I went back and I finished with a Bachelor of Management degree. And that was taught on site at the college through the University of Athabasca. I guess to try to relate to students, if you guys are familiar with like pro athletes and their retirements, like Michael Jordan's retirement from basketball or Mario Lemieux's retirement from hockey, my retirement from oil and gas didn't really last long. After I completed my degree, I went back to operating, and I operated in the gas fields just outside of Medicine Hat on an Army base called CFB Suffield. So I worked as an operator for about another 8 years. And my career in oil and gas was highly rewarding, and probably the best part, like many people's careers, is the people you work with and the people you meet. But so finally in 2020, a couple years ago, which was 15 years after I first started my business education, I went into the financial field. I moved back to Saskatchewan to pursue a career in finance. And I guess finally, the last little bit of information I have about the education required for me to work at IG here is I had to take courses in Canadian investment funds, life insurance, and accident and sickness insurance. And those are all standard for everyone in our industry.
Well, thank you for having us. I'm excited to have the opportunity to tell you what we do and give you some inspiration regarding financial planning. My title is Executive Financial Planner. Our head office is located in Winnipeg, and we are a satellite office in Leader. I work here full time. After attending Medicine Hat College, obtaining a 2-year business diploma with a major in office administration, I began my working career in the banking system, holding many positions as cashier, teller, supervisor, and investment specialist. In my position as an investment specialist, I became very interested in engaging with clients, and I wanted to engage with them at a higher level. My goal then became to complete my Certified Financial Planner's designation through a self-study program. This designation is the world's most recognized financial planning designation and is considered the gold standard for the profession. It provides me with knowledge, skills, experience, and ethics to help clients with their entire financial picture. Once obtaining my designation, I had the opportunity to join IG, working alongside 2 other consultants here in town that were planning to retire. We worked together for 10 years. Once they retired, Eddie joined our office in Leader.
So next, I just want to give you guys a little bit of context around like our job description and our duties. And just a little more context around our company is IG Wealth has been around since 1926, and we've been helping Canadians manage their wealth for over 90 years. And our job description as financial planners, it revolves around, lost my spot here. I guess our job description as financial planners has really evolved over the years, is what I was trying to say. It used to be quite focused, where one of our major roles was to pick the best stocks and mutual funds and sell them to our clients. But today, our commitment to our clients goes way beyond just those investments. And our job description as financial planner, it essentially evolves around 6 dimensions of financial planning. We're able to provide our clients with advice on things like managing cash flow, which is probably one of the most important topics young people can learn, is to budget and know what you spend per month, and then to put a percentage of that spending into a savings goal, like a vehicle or a house or retirement, and don't touch that money until the goal is achieved. We're also able to provide advice around life insurance solutions. So that, for example, is something a young person doesn't think about too much, but maybe once you buy a home or have a family, it'll become a question in your life is, do I need that insurance? And an example of this is if a spouse of the young family were to pass away unexpectedly, their loved ones would receive a tax-free monetary death benefit that would allow them to still pay bills or stay in their home or fund their kids' educations and their own retirements despite the unexpected passing of their loved one. Another dimension of financial planning that we're able to help with is maximizing the success of your business. We have professional experts in the law and accounting fields that can offer advice on complicated tax strategies or even things like an estate freeze or the sale of a business. And the fifth dimension we are able to help with is probably what you would first come to mind when you think about a financial planner, and that is retiring comfortably. We're able to help our clients with investment accumulation and also ensuring that their funds last throughout their retirement and maybe even outlive them. And finally, we're able to help with estate planning, which isn't always the funnest thing to think about. But there are some significant opportunities to pass more of your wealth on to loved ones or charities rather than pass it on in income tax if the right strategies are implemented and prepared for. A little bit of a day-to-day duties outlook. So our day-to-day duties would look something like this. We try to meet with our clients at least once or twice a year, and Jackie and I both take part in those meetings. We determine along with our clients what their future goals are, and we implement strategies to help them reach those goals. And every client of ours is different from the next, and they each have an opportunity to have a full financial plan with us. So that's where we track the probability of them reaching their goals. And honestly, one of the most important characteristics that you would have to have if you're considering a career as a financial planner is you have to have good listening skills. And once we know what the goals and concerns of our clients are, we're able to implement the right solutions for them. And a typical meeting, like with a new client, would involve Jackie and I trying to find out as much information about them as possible so that we can make good recommendations. This information would include things like what they do for a living, how old they are, their past investment history, their risk tolerance for investments, their marital status and number of dependents, how much money they're currently spending to fund their lifestyle, and maybe their goals for a retirement age or a timeline for a major purchase. And once the meeting is over, we invest their money according to their risk tolerance. And then we get to work in putting their data into financial planning software. And so that we can show them at the next meeting what we could proactively do to improve their financial situation or help them to reach a goal faster through a certain tax or savings strategy. And my role as an associate is to do a lot of the preparation for our client meetings and to determine areas or opportunities for our clients for improvement. Jackie will often take the lead in the meeting, and I take good notes so that nothing is missed or forgotten for action items that arise. Another duty we have as advisors is to continually educate ourselves. We are never really finished learning, and just because we pass those mutual fund courses and insurance courses doesn't mean that we can quit at that or even quit at the CFP designation. So we have like hundreds and hundreds of hours of internal training courses that we have access to at any time. And we also have to, in our jobs, continually research like trends and changes in the economy and financial markets that could affect our clients and their portfolios.
The best part of my career path is making a difference in people's lives. I can confidently provide clients with advice and strategies that will accomplish financial goals through planning. My desire had been to be an entrepreneur and own my own business. Working as a financial planner has granted me that dream. I can live in a rural setting and work with clients and colleagues from across our 3 prairie provinces. I manage my own calendar, which also gives me flexibility and a good work-life balance. At the beginning of my career, client meetings were in or out of the office, which meant frequent travel and evening meetings. In our current environment, the use of Microsoft Teams has given us less time on the road and more time in the office. We do have a benefits package with our company, providing personal health, life, and disability coverage. We are in control of building our own pension with RSPs, tax-free savings, and non-registered investments. As a financial planner, you quickly learn owning your own business is a benefit as you can write off specific business expenses and may pay lower taxes. The income potential is unlimited, allowing you to build your practice your way with rewards programs that are designed to reflect hard work, dedication to the business and to your clients. Compensation can range from $40,000 to $50,000 per year to an unlimited amount, depending on your determination to succeed. In this field, there are many opportunities. these opportunities are immense, as 7% of consultants are retiring each year. These retiring consultants are always searching for that ideal individual that will be a great fit for their business to step in and take over.
So when it comes to challenges and stressors with this career, we would say the biggest stressor for our jobs would probably be when financial markets behave with some volatility. Big returns on investments don't always happen every year. And there are times when market corrections, or what they call a bear market, happen. And we have to be able to help our clients manage their anxiety and their emotions in those times, and reassure them that these events do happen, and they have happened many times throughout history, but that financial markets have always recovered and they have continued to reach new highs. So when we meet with our clients, we kind of help them build a financial plan, and we proactively ensure that their money is invested in a way that it will withstand these periods of volatility. So that kind of does it for what Jackie and I had to present. I'm sure Lisa and Kevin, you might have a few questions for us, so fire away.
Thanks, guys. I have a couple questions, and then I'll turn it over to Kevin. My first question for you, Eddie, was I noticed at the beginning you did say that you were a process operator in the oil and gas.
Yep.
And so then can you tell us a little bit about what led you to make the shift? I know you talked about your education and completing that, but it's a huge shift to go from being a process operator in oil and gas to, oh, now you're a financial consultant.
Yeah, that's fair, Lisa. And I do know some like power engineers and stuff that have made the shift too. So I think like a lot of it will come down to like work ethic, and like say in oil and gas, I would watch like trends on an engine or a compressor. So like things like that. I like kind of monitoring things and trying to achieve goals too, like working in oil and gas, trying to get your production numbers up, and like keep shareholders happy. You can kind of relate those fields in that way. And so also I had a family member in the industry too, and he encouraged me that I would be very suitable to the role. So does that answer your question there, Lisa?
Sure. Yeah. My next question is for Jackie, and you kind of answered it. I'd written it down. It was around how did you get into being a business owner? And I heard you say that it was your dream. Can you tell me more about what led you to choose IG Wealth and becoming a financial consultant in that way, owning that kind of business as opposed to something else?
Yeah, I did always want to be a business owner. I thought of many different businesses, like a grocery store was one, fast food was one. But as I was in the banking system and working with clients on a one-on-one, it got me more interested in helping them clients more. When an opportunity came up to join IG Wealth Management, they're clients of ours. I was just able to sort of walk across the street and start my CFP designation, which I obtained, and was able to, put that into action. Mm-hmm. Knowing that these other consultants were going to retire and I was their succession plan, it just seemed to fit.
Yeah. Good. I have two more questions and it's really to help students. I guess one of them is around, high school students. I know we have financial literacy and we have entrepreneurship as practical and applied arts courses in school, but they are options for kids. Do you have any suggestions of what students can do in high school to see if they're interested in working in the financial world?
I would definitely encourage that they take that class, and of course they might not know if it's of interest until they get in there. But I know when I was in high school and stuff, and even you might hear parents that are about my age, early to mid 30s, complain that they weren't taught these life lessons in high school, and if a parent doesn't teach them to you, they might be out a little bit. They might have made some bad mistakes, but. So that literacy course is, in my mind, awesome, and it's super important. But I guess it's maybe our job, even as parents, like a lot of parents have an advisor, right? So encourage their children to take those courses. And I know Jackie and I did an hour-long presentation with the class and leader, and just try to make it interesting, right? And try to be relatable to kids so that they consider a career like this. I probably didn't know it was an option in high school, so I guess just trying to educate kids that these careers are available.
I know a lot of people shy away because they think maybe I'm not good in math, but it's more than math. There's so many other facets to the job that, yes, math is a key component of that, but there's so many other facets to it.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I think the key characteristic in this kind of position is your people skills.
Right.
You're managing people more than you're managing money, because you have to calm them in market volatility. You have to always be there when they need someone to talk to. You learn things about their lives that they don't generally tell other people. So it's the people skills that are first, and the other skills, if you're willing to study and learn, it just all falls into place.
Oh, good. Okay, Kevin, do you have any questions?
Well, yeah, I just like I was maybe going to comment more on that people skill thing. As as I said before, my brother's in the same position that you guys are in Cranbrook, and it seems like the key component for him is the people skills and being able to talk to people, and then they kind of, I guess, calm the air a little bit. I guess I admire that you guys can do that. Now that succession plan, how can you elaborate on that? How do you get new clients? Can you kind of more, I mean, you kind of said it a little bit, but I mean, what's the process more like?
We onboard clients all the time. Like, I started with a book of business because I was a succession plan for 2 other consultants. Okay. So I started with a book of business, but we always have to be bringing in new clients as, money leaves with clients who've passed away. We have to build relationships with others. So, some consultants actively look for clients, kind of harvest clients. That's why Eddie came on to join my team here, is because he's in a different age group. He has different contacts.
Okay.
We are close in proximity, our towns, but he knows different people than I know. So he's bringing in contacts that he knows that we know we can help them achieve their financial goals.
Okay.
Yeah,
that makes sense. Go ahead.
And for sure, like our existing clients, like we want to do a really good job for them. And then a lot of times they will refer some of their friends or family to us. So that's another way that we bring on new clients.
Okay. Thank you. No, that's good.
Yeah, you bet.
Okay, well, on behalf of the Regina Industry Education Council and Chinook School Division, I'd like to thank you for your presentation today. Thank you for ensuring students that living and working in rural Saskatchewan while doing a career that you love is possible. And even, the world's your oyster as far as what kind of career you can do in rural Saskatchewan. I appreciate how your career journey has evolved over time. Your interests continued to grow, and you continued your education all along and settled into a career that you love in where you're at currently. It's interesting for students to see that financial planning has many parts to it, as you stated, in the 6 dimensions of financial well-being. I don't think that that's something people think about. They often think, I have to be somebody who's interested in math, and yet there's so many other facets to financial planning. So thank you very much for opening that world for us, and I'm sure that others will be interested in contacting you and moving forward. Thanks.
Awesome. Thank you guys again for having us.
Thanks a lot.
Okay. So I stopped. Ooh. How do I stop? I've stopped recording, I think. Yeah.
Sounds good.
The meeting keeps going on, but has it stopped recording?
Mine says recording has started. It doesn't say anything about stopped. Might have to edit this.
Yeah, we'll probably have to started recording, stop recording. There. We'll edit. Okay, well, thanks very much, guys. I will send something out to you in the mail as a thank you from Chinook. And yeah, it was very good. I learned a lot myself today.
Oh, right on.
Yeah.
Okay.
Donna says hi, Lisa.
Oh, yeah. She should be one that could be doing lots of career stuff for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She said, I
Yeah.
don't know anything about this program, so she wants to get the link or whatever. To
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
students.
I need to come out and see her. Yeah.
Yeah, good.
Yeah.
I'll
Okay.
let you guys
See
go.
you guys
Okay.
later.
You
Bye.
have a
Bye-bye.
nice meeting you.